my studio and a new video. Today I'm going to talk to you about how I made my 1890s walking ensemble. I'm going to do this in 3 parts, breaking down each piece. To start out, I used McCall's pattern 7732 for all 3 pieces, and everything used was from my stash except the soutache for the details. This first video is going to cover how I made the blouse for the ensemble. To start off, I cut a couple corners on this piece because I was trying to finish it with way less time than I actually needed, so many of the hand sewing steps I skipped, and you can totally tell that it affects the way it moves. But it still looks good, I think. I cut the pieces for the top out of cotton for lining and silk taffeta I had left over from my Constance Hatchaway costume. I pinned, then stitched the cotton to silk at the armhole, shoulder, and lower edges. Clipped the corners and along the curves. I turned the lining to the inside through the neck opening, then pressed the front. Then I pinned and basted the neck edge and basted the shoulders, sides, and lower edge. Moving on to the back pieces, I pinned and stitched the lining at the back, armhole, shoulder, and lower edges. After clipping the edges, I turned the lining to the inside and pressed them. Then I pinned and basted the neck, shoulder, side, and lower edges of both pieces. With the right sides together, I stitched the back to the front at the shoulder and sides. Then I machine basted the interfacing to the wrong side of lower front and back. I pinned and stitched the lining into the lower front and back. I clipped the edges and turned the lining to the inside. pressed and baste the raw edge together. I pressed the side and shoulder seams open and added gather stitches to the neck and lower edge of the front. Lining up all the markings from the pattern, I stitched the lower front and back to the lower edge of the top. I lost this footage, so the next piece you'll see is the bias binding for the bottom of this shirt. I pressed the strip according to the lines on the pattern, and then pinned and stitched the binding to the lower edge. I pressed the edge down and over the lower edge of the bodice, pinned it, and machine stitched the ends. Then I whip stitched the binding to the bottom edge of the shirt. Now onto the collar. I pressed and stitched the edges of the tie ends. I pinned and stitched the ties to the collar and pressed the edges in. Then, I gathered the neck edge down to sew the collar to it and pressed the seam up. Press the edges and top of the undercollar in. Pin and sew the undercollar to the upper collar at the top. Press seam down and fold the undercollar to reach the shirt up. Gather the sides to make the undercollar fit. The last steps are to whip stitch the undercollar to the shirt and then sew hooks as marked down the back. After finishing the blouse, I really like how it turned out. There was only one place where I machine stitched versus doing the hand stitching option, and it does affect the way that the bodice moves, but I still like the way it looks overall. I really love this project, and I can't wait to share the next two parts of this series with you. If you'd like to see how I made the other parts of this costume, make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Have a good day and happy sewing!